Hey, welcome back. If you have just built your NAS, one of the biggest questions is how do you actually secure it? In this video, I'll show you how to route your Unraid containers through a VPN using CyberGhost and Gluetun VPN. Let's get started.
So first of all, I'm logged in inside my CyberGhost dashboard, and I would go to the VPN page inside the products. And what we can do here is we would go to the advanced configuration and we would go to the manual setup, and we have to click to the configure device. Now here we would select a protocol, Open VPN. We have to select a country. I would select Switzerland for now, and we have to select a group. There's just one group available for now, so we would select that. As you would see or notice here, there is no WireGuard protocol in this. It's just OpenVPN that's available for now, so we would have to go with OpenVPN as a only choice. And then you can give it a device name. I would give it Unraid. And then you have to you can leave all of this as blank. If you want to block ads by default, you can click this, or if you want any other options, you can check them, and then you have to save the configuration. I would not do it right now because I've already done it, so I would just hit back, and inside the configuration for routers and other devices, we can already see Unraid that I've already created. So we would just go on view, and here we can see the protocol, country, and the server group, and we get our username and password. These two we need to remember, so just copy and paste them, or just save them anywhere. We would need to use them in the configuration of Gluetun VPN. And then what you have to do as well is you have to download the configuration from here. Now I've already downloaded the configuration before, and when I extract the configuration, we can see inside this folder that we have these 4 files. So CA certificate, client certificate, client key, and openvpn.ovpn file. We would need 2 of these files. So we would need this client certificate and client key file with us to complete the configuration of Gluetun VPN. Now we have everything that we need from our CyberGhost. We have the configuration, and we have also saved the username and password, so we can go ahead and move to the next step. So the next step is you then have to go to your Unraid server, and you have to go to the apps page. And in these apps we have to search for Gluetun, and we have this Gluetun VPN. This is the one we want, and we just hit on install. And now the configuration from here is quite simple. We leave it as it is. Network type rich, time zone, since I am currently in Germany, so I would use Europe/Berlin. This we can leave it as it is. VPN service provider, we have a range of service providers to choose from. All of the famous ones are here. I've seen a lot of people use this private internet access, but I've not seen any guides using CyberGhost. So today we would go with the CyberGhost. For the VPN type, as I told you, the WireGuard one is not supported by CyberGhost yet, so we have the only choice to go with OpenVPN. And the protocol we can leave as UDP. It's more faster, but if you face issues, you can also choose the TCP one. For the OpenVPN user, we now have to copy paste the OpenVPN user and password that we got from the CyberGhost VPN hub. The OpenVPN version, we can leave it as it is. And the server regions we can also leave as empty. The server countries, since we already selected Switzerland as the country, we can add this here, just like that, Switzerland. You can also choose to block ads here as well, or you can do that in the configuration of CyberGhost VPN as I showed you before. So everything else we can keep as default, and then we just hit on apply. And now we see the error message. It says error, OpenVPN settings, client certificate missing value. And this is something that you would not have in the beginning. And in order to get this, we would have to copy these client certificate and client key values. And now I have it here, the app data folder, and I would try to copy these two files over to here. And as you can see, I don't have the permission to copy it inside this. So what I would do is I would copy these two files here for the moment, and I would go to the terminal window, and here we can see our client certificate and client key files, and from here we can move these files to the Gluetun container. So what we would do is move client CRT to Gluetun, and we would move the client key to, and now if we open the Gluetun folder, we should see these two files appearing here. That's good, and we would see them gone from this app data folder. So this seems good. Now we again go to the Docker's page and restart our Gluetun VPN. Let's clear the screen. And now when we see the logs for Gluetun VPN again, now we see we are connected to the internet through our VPN. So you can see this is here is the IP address for Switzerland. And now to test that our Gluetun VPN works correctly, what we can do is we can install a client. For now I'm trying to install Firefox as a client. We can start from giving the network as our Gluetun VPN container right here, but we can just give it bridge for now and see what happens if it is not connected to the VPN and it directly connects to the internet. Just hit on apply. And now finally we are done. So it's already started. Let's go to the web UI. Here we can go to myip.com. And here it says it's DE. And we also see these ads here. Now let's go ahead and close this one and stop this container. And here you can see this Firefox has its ports exposed here. Now we need to know these ports or write down these port numbers somewhere, and because basically we have to enter them in the Gluetun VPN. So first of all, what we would do is we would go to the Firefox settings, and here from the network type we would choose container, and we would use Gluetun VPN as the container. And then we hit on apply and done. And now we see that this container has no exposed ports here, and since it doesn't has any exposed ports, it would not, or yeah, you cannot open the web UI, and you can also see no web UI option here. So what we have to do to resolve this is we have to go to Gluetun VPN, and down here we have to add a port. Let's say this is for Firefox 1, and the port number is 3000, host port is 3000 as well. Connection type is TCP. Add another port. The name would be Firefox 2. This would be 3001. This would be 3001 as well. And hit on add, hit on apply. And as we saw, it was rebuilding itself, the Firefox container, because we changed some things in our Gluetun VPN container. And again we see no web UI button, it's because so you see here we have the 3000 and 3001 ports exposed now. We can just copy this. Since we don't see any web UI button, you would copy this and go to the advanced view and change our IP to this and hit on apply. And now we see this web UI button, and now it connects. And we again go to what's my IP. Now we see that it's now in Switzerland. And now we can see what happens if my Gluetun VPN container was to somehow suddenly stop or lose the connection. So now it's stopped, and now we see that we can also access the internet in the Firefox container as well. So if I again go and open this web UI, you would see the site cannot be reached. And now if I start it again, restart this, go to the web UI. Now it works fine.
That's it for this video. See you in the next one.